Hello everyone. I don't know if, well, probably you don't, but our air conditioning went out and we live in the Midwest. So we're in the middle of that heat wave, and this week has been in the 90s with a feel like temperature of in the hundreds. And so, yeah, it's been a miserable hell. So I had a guy come out. No, this is the part where we're really blessed. I had a guy come out on Tuesday, diagnose the problem, and then the next day got a second opinion. They agreed, and we scheduled an install, which I thought was going to be a month down the road because, we're not the only ones. And lo and behold, it's the next day. And so today is the day. And I have been sweating and dying in that house all week while he's been out doing other things and enjoying air conditioning. And so I said, I'm going over to your brother's house and hanging out in the air conditioning over there today while they install this, because I didn't want to be there for all the slamming and banging and cutting and all the things, because they have to replace the whole thing. I mean, they can't just fix. It's not a fix, of course. So we have to have a whole new unit and everything that goes with that, which of course I do not understand. But they're going to be cutting into the ceiling too, and plus I have Lucy, and she's right here. She's just a little tiny thing, and she gets real upset about, loud noises and things like that. So I said, I'm tired of sweating, so we are going over there. So that's where I am now. That's his bathroom. His main bathroom. He just moved in here like a month ago, and today's the first day that I'm gonna actually put on a little makeup, get ready for the day. I might go down to the store that's close to here is Meyer, and I might go down there and grab some salad or something for lunch, and maybe a pack of nails, and do my nails while I'm here and just hang out and watch TV. I know this lighting is terrible, but that's just the way it is. I don't care. So when I got here, he had made biscuits and gravy. It was delicious. And so I ate that. And then I said I'm gonna go fix myself up for the first time all week. And then I'm gonna go, clean up the kitchen for him and stuff like that. He's gotta cut his grass and then go do a job for someone later. So I'll just stay here with Lucy and his dog, and we'll just hang out and cool. And I'm telling you, it feels good. It felt good to get in the car and drive up here too, because it's just horrible. And then it's supposed to start storming tomorrow. And I'm trying to do stuff that's a little different with my hair. Look, I plugged it in and didn't turn it on because duh. But it just takes a second. But if you can see the length, I want you to notice, because we all know that I'm, a maniac about my hair. I went and had a girl, I told her this side grows a lot thicker because this is the side I had that surgery on, and it just doesn't want to grow hair. And I'm not sure she understood what I meant because it's grown right back into thick. It's very obvious to me. The length, I guess the length is growing some, but it's growing more full than lengthwise, and I really want it to grow out lengthwise. So I'll just run this through it real quick. I'm still using those hair vitamins that I buy from Nature's Bounty. I get them at Walmart. I take one of those every day, and I try to use the right kind of shampoo. And generally no heat, although today I'm using heat because, you know, the weather and the humidity, and trying to get it to look halfway decent. And the back, I guess the back is growing a little bit. It feels like it's longer. And then update on my husband, on his health a little bit. He's still maintaining, you know, he had that huge bypass surgery, and what it was his aorta was completely occluded and there was no blood getting to his legs. So they had to put in a tube down his right side, and you can see it because he only weighs 120 pounds. And it goes down here and around and comes down and bypasses the aorta and then ties into the groin and then down to his legs. What I heard the doctor say without him actually saying it is it was a temporary fix. It's going to buy him some time. However, his follow-up Doppler study did show that it is closing off again. That some of these pipes they put in are closing off again. So he has his moments where, and I think it's because of blood flow, or the lack thereof, if you will, where he seems more confused than he should be. A little bit of cognitive decline in him. Now this is just from, you know, a wife's point of view, of course. I'm not a doctor, but I think family members sometimes can give a better history than the actual patient, or that the doctor can, you know, observe in a 10-minute visit or whatever. So I'm just gonna get this done, and then I'm gonna go clean up the mess in the kitchen. This is, I said my brother-in-law's house. This is my husband's twin brother. His wife passed a couple years ago, and they had a house together, of course, and then when she died, he just didn't want to stay there anymore. He stayed there for about a year, and then he decided, no, I need to, you know, move on. So he just moved into this house in end of May, so about a month. And it's a nice house. It's a big house. I mean, I personally don't know what he was thinking, but he doesn't seem to think that it's, you know, that big. And it's a place where he can get out there, trim trees, cut grass, do something. You know, his other place was one of those places where they do it all for you, and he was going stir crazy. So if this place can keep him busy, then I'm all about it. So I'm just gonna do my eyes in the living room because actually, believe it or not, it's getting hot in this bathroom. And you don't know how I do my eyes anyway, you know, some mascara is gonna be the brunt of it today. And then I think I'm gonna go to the store after I get the kitchen cleaned up. Maybe glue on some nails and see if I can feel pretty again. So thanks for being here and for watching, and I will see you in the next one.